Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Joy and I'm here to help you on your awakening journey. I just kind of got pulled off my game and my guides were like, you need to do a reading right now. And I was like, okay. So here I am, no makeup or anything. I just threw a flannel on and my hat and I'm going to go ahead and pull in whatever spirit wants me to do. I haven't done a reading in a while, so we're just going to see what comes through. If you're here because of the title, then thank you for showing up. I love it. I love it. So I'm just going to, here, I'll say my prayer. Let me get it pulled up. See, I wasn't prepared at all. I was just like chilling, letting my foot heal. I don't know. I got, I'm not the only one, but I guess other people got people got weird injuries, and I hurt my ankle the other day. I like turned my ankle, and I had done that before and it broke, but this time it didn't break. It just, I like, I'm pretty sure ripped tendons or whatever. So I've been letting my foot heal, but I can't wait to start walking again because it's cooling off outside and I want to go outside. Okay, here we go. I call on spirit with the highest intentions to place the highest level of protection around me, my children, my channel, my soul family, and my supporters. I am always divinely guided and protected in all ways. So it is. And today I'm recording on Samhain. So happy Samhain, happy Halloween, happy Hallows Eve, whatever you celebrate. She's still going, but it's so damp here it goes out. It always goes out. So anyways, I hope everybody's doing well. And I'm looking forward to the next few months. Fall is my favorite season of all time. And I'm going to ding my bell here. So watch your ears. All right, so let's see what spirit wants me to pull through today. I'm so looking forward to fall. I can't even tell you. It's been a very challenging summer. I've been learning how to live alone. I have been having panic attacks. I'm on Ativan right now. To help me with my anxiety and my panic attacks because I'm adjusting to being separated. I know I'm going a little personal, but I feel like you need to know, if you're going through stuff, you're not alone. There's people out here, we're going through stuff. We're dealing with stuff. I've never lived alone. I don't know why I'm sharing this, but I've never lived alone. I've always had somebody there. I'm going to put my phone on Do Not Disturb. So, hang on 1 second. Okay. Because I got a new phone number and, yeah, so I get weird calls, random. No, that's okay. So, anyways, let's see what Spirit has to say. Why was I called off? What's going on? What does the collective need to hear? It's too many. Yeah. Dealing with stuff. We've been dealing with stuff. Sorrow. And abundance came out, which is the King of Pentacles. King of Pentacles came out last night, and it was literally just sitting here on my deck. When I came out and grabbed him right now, I let it just sit there because I was looking at it, and I'm like, we've gone through so much stuff. This is no longer going to Windows Update, of course. Windows Update wants to restart. No. Anyways. Hold on. Okay. We're not doing that right now, Windows. All right. So we have been going through a lot of stuff. Divorce, separation. We've been dealing with losing loved ones, whether they've passed away or they have just moved on, moved away. We're letting go of things. We're letting go of people. What else? This year has definitely been a year of change. It's definitely pushed us to our limits, and yeah, not everybody is going to make it, unfortunately. I got the Ten of Pentacles. We are the world. And the Nine of Wands. Yeah. The Nine of Wands and the Nine of Swords. Burdens. Feeling like you're carrying the whole weight of the world. Feeling like you don't have what you need. Feeling like you don't know how to get out of the situation. You're feeling stuck. You're feeling like maybe you're feeling like it's not even worth it. You know? Maybe you're even feeling like it's not even worth it. But you're still here for a reason. And I feel like you stumbled on my reading for a reason too, because I felt that way too, you know? I honestly was like really ready to give up, you know, and I found myself reaching out for help because you know what? I was like, you know what? I have kids, I have my pets. There's a reason for me to be here. You know, I don't want to give up. I want to continue. I want to live. I want to get what was promised to me here. You know? Ever since I was a little kid, I've just had this inner knowing that I was here for some reason. I was here for a reason. I didn't quite understand. I didn't quite know what it was, you know, but it was me like learning how to tap into my own gifts, you know. And if you're like me, the way I was raised was to shut my gifts down, ignore them, you know. They were satanic or they were demonic or, you know, they didn't suit other people's expectations on my life, you know. My what I wanted to do with my life didn't, you know, it wasn't good enough for other people's expectations. You know, I always felt like I had to change what I wanted to do in order to make other people happy. And if that is you, then you're on the right channel. You're in the right place because yeah, no more. No more putting aside what I want to do with my life. No more putting aside what you want to do with your life. No more overthinking. No more thinking that other people's opinions are more important than your own. This is about taking your power back, and this is pentacles, okay? That's money. That's cash money. That's having everything that you need. This is wish fulfillment. I feel like this is also, you're going to have your family. I wouldn't surprise me if the family card comes out. I'm just being honest with you. This is about transformation. You've been going through a lot of different things to let go of things that no longer serve you. Sometimes we have to struggle and sit with our things in order to you know, be grateful. Yeah. I'm going to take it. Let me see. Yeah, I'll take them. I'll take him. So we got the Master, which is an extra in this deck, and I will read the book on that. This is you becoming the Master. This is you taking your power back. This is you literally saying, screw what other people think, screw what other people say, screw what other people have expectations and their, what is it? What am I trying to think of that word? I can't, it's just on the tip of my tongue, but it's not coming out. It's like, um, their idea for your life, right? They have an idea for your life, a plan, but they've never let you live your own life. Like, this is about you taking your power back and not overthinking, not letting people put negative thoughts in your mind, not letting people tell you what to do, but this is the time for you to figure it out. This is the time for you to take your power back. This is you taking your power back so that you can achieve your dreams, not help other people achieve theirs. People literally been taking advantage of you like they have me. That's what I'm getting here. That's what I'm getting. We got the Three of Cups celebration. We got the Four of Pentacles, the Miser. Yeah, you've been dealing with someone who's been controlling every aspect of your life. It wouldn't surprise me if they micromanaged you and you didn't even know that it was happening. That's called abuse. In case you didn't know, I learned in therapy the past year. I've been in therapy. Now, celebration is underneath the abundance card, which is the King of Pentacles. And then I got the Seven of Pentacles, patience. And if you can't tell, she's pregnant. So she's full of ideas, full of life. You're getting ready to birth, like, I don't know if it's an actual child, okay? But it is definitely going to be ideas. This is your idea coming to fruition, and this is under the Ten of Pentacles. This is your dreams coming into fruition. This is your hard work finally coming in to fruition. And then I have the Ace of Cups, which is right underneath the Master. And the Ace of Cups is about, new ideas, new love coming in. Yeah. Going with the flow, I think, is so important right now because God is going to present in different ways, sometimes in ways that we aren't expecting. And if we have an expectation on exactly how it's supposed to turn out, we could be overthinking. We could be thinking that it's not going to happen. It can change our attitude toward things. It can make us feel more like edgy and grumpy. You feel overwhelmed. And then I got both, like I said, the Nine of Cups, or the Nine of Swords, and the Nine of Wands. Feeling burdened. I feel like you're getting prepared to just make I'm getting boost. Like you're gonna get boosted. Like an arrow getting pulled back, and the farther back it's pulled, the farther it flies. And I feel like that's why the patience card is here. Because we've been maybe even just fighting it. We've been fighting it. Maybe we don't even want to believe it. Maybe some of us are on the twin flame journey. You don't want to believe it. You keep pushing it aside, saying it's not real. My nose is running, so maybe I see another reader. She says that when her nose is running, maybe you're dealing with a runner. So maybe you're dealing with a runner. Maybe you're dealing with somebody who, maybe you've just been crying a lot too. That makes your nose run, Why? Maybe you've been crying a lot. Let go of that energy. Yeah, that's a really good way to just disperse the energy that's in your body. Yeah, I got rebirth. The ten of swords. So the 9 and the Ten of Swords, Getting rid of the negative self-talk, rising above it. That's what I'm getting from that. Rising above the negativity. Raising your vibration. Maybe some of you do play like a flute or an instrument. That will help you raise your vibes. I feel like the celebration is coming, though. Don't give up. before the miracle happens. Don't leave before the miracle happens. I got that from AA, but it's true. Don't give up your hopes and dreams before the miracle happens. Try not to have like when you're manifesting and you're dreaming and you're making these plans, be specific. You know, have an expectation that it's going to turn out, but don't have an expectation on that is exactly how it's going to be. Be flexible and don't be insistent. Don't be insistent. Allow God to work. Allow God time to work. Allow God time and energy to work. Give your give your baby your attention. I'm getting like focus your attention and love and energy on this baby, whatever this baby is. It could be your business, it could be your relationship, it could be an actual baby. Wherever you're pointing your attention is where the power is going to. So if you're focusing your attention on the worry, on the lack, on the burdens, on the it's never going to happen, and listening to other naysayers that don't know what your mission is, you know, let that go. Spirit is saying that does not dictate what's actually going to happen in your life. Keep focusing on the baby. Focus your attention on your business. If you're wanting to start a business, you know, focus your energy on the business plan. If you want a relationship, focus on healing yourself, because that is the most important thing when you're going into a relationship, is to be healed so that you can receive love. So many times we've gone from relationship to relationship to relationship looking for something, but it's literally, what are you looking for? You know, 1717. What is it that you're looking for? Is it, you already have it. All right. So once you start tapping into yourself, your intuition, your inner guidance, listening to spirit, going with the intuition, you know, going with the flow, that is so important. I don't know what happened to my computer, started locking up, so I hope it got that part. Go with the flow of your inner guidance and your intuition. That's how you become the master. You become the master by feeling, not by avoiding. So many people are on autopilot right now, and that's not where we need to be. Autopilot is, where's your attention? Where are you giving your attention? And who is running the autopilot? You know, are you tapped into spirit? Is it the Holy Spirit? Or the opposite? A lot of people that don't believe are plugged into an energy that's very similar to Leviathan energy. Look up Leviathan energy. Yeah, I got the 9 of Cups. I got 999. We're literally out of here. Look up that angel number, 999. 9 and 9 and 9. Look up the 9s. I said we're out of here because 9s are all about endings and letting things go. And today is a 9 day. It is a 9 day. Interesting. And I'm a life path 9 personally. So, yeah. 9s are all about like endings and getting ready to move forward. Like letting things go that no longer serve you. I don't know why this is coming out, but I have the 2 of Swords on the bottom. So you might be dealing with a situation where you don't quite know where it's going to go, where it's headed, and your your guides and your spirits are asking you to trust them, trust the inner guidance, trust the push when you get pushed in the solar plexus mainly. That's where I feel it, or in the heart. But when you get pushed, it's like, yeah, you need to get out there and start speaking, or whatever it is. You need to get out there and start painting or writing, or whatever the case. What else? Awareness. Yeah, I feel like you're having a breakthrough. And a lot of people will call it a breakdown. I call it a breakthrough. Some people call it midlife crisis. I call it an awakening, because it's literally a change in your perception. It's a change in how you see things, how you view things. One day you see things one way, and the next day you're like, whoa, wait a minute. I can see this from a completely different point of view. Like when I'm working with my husband, you know, I can run around and say it was all bad, it was all his fault and all of that, when the truth is that it was a lesson, and it was something that we needed to go through to learn from each other. And that's a very honorable job, you know, to teach someone, to love someone enough on a soul level to help them learn lessons, you know, is another way to look at things, and that's how I was able to forgive people. Even though I don't want certain people in my life, I can still forgive, because I don't I don't really necessarily have to have them in my life. It gives me a release, and it allows them grace. It's giving grace is what it is. It's like, I'm going to give myself grace to let this situation go and let them be, because more than likely those people are never going to change. It's me that's changing. 22:22 on the clock too. It's me that's changing. It's me. My perception is the most important perception. My dreams are the most important dreams that I need to worry about. I don't need to worry about what other people are doing. I don't need to worry about what other people are thinking. Other people's opinions are not more important than my own. You know, a lot came through with this card. This is like last year, I was basically at my wit's end, and I was ready to give up. And I told the people around me, the closest people that I had to me, the people I considered very close to me, and I loved and put on pedestals, and they literally ignored me. Yeah, they ignored me when I told them I wanted to, not be here anymore, and they ignored me. That's really sad. My computer's doing weird things, so I hope that this message comes through clear. Um, this journey isn't about what other people think. It isn't about what other people are doing. This is about you, your journey, your perception, your awareness, working on yourself, working on um, working on your own healing. You know, that's what this life is about. This isn't about doing what other people think. You know, I hope that makes sense. I hope this hits the people it needs to. You know, I just got up to 213 on my channel, and I'm so excited because I haven't been recording, so I'm gonna start recording. But please share this message if it makes sense to you, and share it to people who need to hear it, even if it's just part of the message. I don't expect the entire message to resonate for every single person that listens, but so just take what resonates. Um, Not everything is gonna be for everybody, and that's okay. It doesn't have to be. you know Earlier I was asked about demons, like what are demons, and I'm like, well, I answered, a simple answer from me would be negative attachments that are no longer serving us. All right. But in all reality, it depends on your perception. You could think it's the parasites. Um, those of us that have, things that give us parasites. Um, it could be the Leviathan energy that you think about. It could be running the Archon energy, right? That's what I think. Also, negative entities that have other, what am I trying to say? Entities that want to take advantage of our free will. You know, that's another answer. I mean, there's so many answers. Like, if I remember back when I was calling out, I was in the church, and I was calling out, greed and lust, and I was calling out, them. You have to call them out by names because they have to be acknowledged in order to be healed, in order to be separated. And then you ask, me personally, with protection, you ask and have these removed. And your guides, guardians, and angels, Michael, Archangel Michael in particular, will help you with these things. And that's what I facilitate as well. So I can facilitate that healing. But it's funny because I did it before. I don't know why I'm telling you all this. I did it before I learned about energy. Like now I'm an energy worker, so it's like, well, my perception has completely changed, from what it was before, because my perception was skewed by religion, by programming, by conditioning, by other people's belief systems, and this is what Spirit is trying to say. Like, we're breaking through all of that other perceptions, all other people's ideas, and we're getting down to the nitty gritty, which is my mom, um, to your core belief systems, and they're being challenged right now. Your core belief systems are being challenged right now. And if they aren't, then what are you doing? Where are you at on this planet? Um, our core beliefs are being challenged, and right now we can't trust a lot of things that we see outside of ourselves. We have to learn how to trust our inner guidance, because our inner guidance and our inner resonance is what is going to guide us going forward. Because there's so much misinformation here and lies here, and the truth is stretched out here, and people omitting information and not giving you the full truth. You got to believe your intuition. You got to trust your intuition and your inner guidance when you're dealing with other people, because other people may not have your best interest. Systems may not have your best interest. Maybe we weren't taught the best way, unfortunately, maybe our parents were under deep programming and conditioning, and they didn't know any better either. It's really nobody's fault. I blame the system. I blame the system. The system is a complete narcissist. And therefore, we are all narcissistic in one degree, to one degree or another. Whether it's hyper independence or codependence, it's just a sliding scale of how narcissistic are you. I mean, and it really depends on how separated you are from your emotions. How emotionally disconnected are you? Because the more disconnected you are, the more narcissistic you're going to act, whether you are or not. And the more plugged in you are to source and spirit, the less you're going to be doing those actual narcissistic behaviors, like using people, competing, comparing, that type of thing, judging, which we don't really judge. We compare by discernment. Which doesn't mean we throw shade on people. It just means that person is on a completely different level than I am right now, and that person has some growing to do. It doesn't mean that that's a bad person or that's a bad individual because their programming caused them to make really poor choices. And nobody's sins are greater than anyone else's. There's no comparison. My mistakes are not worse than anyone else's. They should not be compared to or judged. The only person we should be comparing ourselves to is our past self, so that we can better ourselves, you know? There is a better way of living, and it's not competition. You know, there is a better way of life that doesn't include judging everybody and putting other people down and blaming everyone. There comes a point in our lives when we need to be taking accountability. And a lot of our parents and grandparents didn't do that because they weren't taught. So there is no blame. Most people did the best they could. There's no excuse for abuse, but I understand and I have an understanding the people that are mean and the meanest people that are abusive are broken. They are damaged and they are in extreme pain because otherwise, why the hell would you hurt another human being unless you are hurting and trying to get them to hurt as bad as you hurt? Does that make sense? No excuse, just grace. You know, it's just how I look at it. The people that raped me were programmed deeply to hurt another human being, and what an awful place to be and have to live with that, you know, and then have to deal with the karma of having done that and having that behavior. You've done that behavior, you know, God isn't going to let you get away with it. Trust me, because every time I've done anything like against one individual, I had severe consequences. I've never really been allowed to hurt another human being without having really severe consequences. You know, when I stole checks, I was in jail like the next day. There was like no, do not pass go, do not collect $100, $200, go directly to jail. You know, there was no harming another human being because my consequences were very harsh. I'm not gonna lie. And so, because of my consequences, I didn't want to do that anymore. So, I mean, whose karma are you interrupting? Don't interrupt other people's karma either. Let them, let them, let them. But that doesn't mean we have to be resentful. We can feel our feelings of frustration and anger and sit with it and share in therapy or share with a coach or somebody like me who's a certified life coach who knows how to ask the right questions and give support. You know, I know how to hold space for you. You need to find someone that learns, that knows how to hold space for you, that won't attach to what you're saying, but just give you love and support for, you know, being a human being. It's freaking hard. Okay? It's fucking hard. You know? I don't know why all that came out, but I don't even know how I'm gonna. I don't know. I may have to listen to it to title this video because I'm not sure how to title it at the moment. But I guess it's a message to the Awakening Collective. Um, yeah, a message for the Awakening Collective, I guess. The most important thing is to understand that the negative things that happen in your life do not have to continue. They do not have to continue. They're only going to continue if you continue to make the same decisions and the same choices over and over and over. You know, on the flip side of that is being the the people pleaser. You know, I was both. I've been on both sides of the scale where I was the abuser, and then I've been on the scale where I was the people pleaser, and I received a lot of slack. You know, I was a people pleaser, so I let people take advantage of me, hurt my feelings, walk all over me, whatever the case, just to make them happy because I felt like it was my job. I was raised to make other people happy and be of service to a point, right? Yeah, to a point. There needs to be a line drawn, and you don't cross that line, you know, because if people cross that line over and over, you feel like you're being taken advantage of. And it sucks to be taken advantage of over and over and over. And nobody's sorry because they're just doing their normal deal. So they're like, why should I be sorry for just being me? You know, and I'm like, well, you kind of took advantage of me, bro. And maybe maybe their behavior isn't the greatest. you know. But unless I stick up for myself, then they think it's okay to continue to behave that way. You got to stick up for yourself. You got to speak up. You can't just let people do whatever they want to and then cry yourself to sleep at night. Even though you're right, even though you're right and your feelings are valid, put some boundaries up. The nice people, we need to have boundaries. And a lot of people who benefited from us, can't even talk, benefited from us being people pleasers are not going to like the boundaries. And that's okay. Bye. Bye, Felicia. If you don't like the boundaries I set, that's because you benefited from me being a people pleaser, and that's toxic. It's toxic. It's not okay, dude. It's not okay to walk all over people and expect them to just continue letting you walk all over them. You know? There comes a point where you gotta stick up for yourself. And you can't be the shoe anymore. I'm getting the shoe, the heel, you know? Stop it. Stop it right now. Set some boundaries. Put your own emotions first. Put yourself first. Your emotions are important. Put your feelings first. Put your dreams first. Put your potential was the word I was trying to find earlier. Get your it's your potential. Other people's, when they look at you, they can see their potential if they were you. All right? That doesn't mean it's yours. That doesn't mean you have to have anything to do with that. That's just their idea of you. Their idea of you is not important. The only freaking the only opinion that matters is your own. You know? Don't mind my mess because like I said, I literally just was jumping on and I don't even know what that is right there. That's my kids' stuff. Oh, that's the fan. This is the fan. My stuff's all right here. My hoodie. You know? Nothing has to be fucking perfect to get on. You don't have to be a perfect human being in order to start helping people. Okay? I don't care how many people are like, oh, what kind of healer are you? Look, I'm not a healer like that. You don't understand what a healer does. A healer is a person that's simply healing themselves, and I show other people how to do that. It's not me, oh, I'm a magic person. No, I facilitate. I hold space for you so you can heal yourself. People have a misconstrued idea of what a healer is because they think that healers are all, I'm not like that. I'm here to help you heal yourself. I'm hoping I can help you heal yourself while I heal myself on my journey, and that's my intention to help people, you know. So I hope this made sense, and I'm hoping to do more videos like this. I did want to read the card for the master though. Thank you to my friend. Oh, I just had. Thank you to my friend who gave me this book. Dang it, where'd it go? There it is. Okay, so the master. The master in Zen is not a master over others, but a master of himself. His every gesture, his every word reflect his enlightened state. He has no private goals, no desire that anything should be other than the way it is. His disciples gather around him, not to follow him, but to soak up his presence and be inspired by his example. In his eyes, they find their own truth reflected, and in his silence, they fall more easily into the silence of their own being. The master welcomes the disciples not because he wants to lead them, but because he has so much to share. Together, they create an energy field that supports each unique individual in finding his or her own light. If you can find such a master, you are blessed. If you cannot, keep on searching. Learn from the teachers and the would-be masters and move on. That's right. I'll read this part too. Beyond mind, there is an awareness that is intrinsic, that is not given to you by the outside, but and is not an idea. Hold on. Beyond mind, there is an awareness that is intrinsic, that is not given to you by the outside, and is not an idea. And there's no experiment up to now that has found any center in the brain which corresponds to awareness. The whole work of meditation is to make you aware of all that is mind and disidentify yourself from it. That very separation is the greatest revolution that can happen to man. Now you can do and act only that which makes you more joyous, fulfills you, gives you contentment, makes your life a work of art, a beauty. But this is possible only if the master in you is awake. Right now, the master is fast asleep, and the mind, the servant, is playing the role of the master. That's that autopilot I was talking about. And the servant is not even your servant. The servant is created by the outside world, programming and conditioning. It follows the outside world and its laws. Once your awareness becomes a flame, it burns up the whole slavery that the mind has created. There is no blissfulness more precious than freedom, than being a master of your own destiny. Exactly. This is about you waking up. 2 and 4141 on the clock. This is you waking up as the master. Once you wake up as the master, literally no one and nothing can stand in your way unless you allow it to do so. All right. So I'm going to end it here. I think it's been long enough. I love you guys, and I hope to see you in the next reading.